Hello everyone, hope you all are keeping fine, you are healthy, you are going out wearing your mask and go out only if it is necessary. Alright, and keep yourself safe, stay inside your home and keep studying. So, we were doing chapter 6, manufacturing industries. We will continue with this chapter today also. Now, in manufacturing industries, we had seen that on the basis of the raw materials, they are divided into two parts, that is, or classified into two parts, agro-based industries and mineral-based industries. We were doing agro-based industries, and in agro-based industries, the first type of industry which we started with was textile industry. And in textile industry, we had done cotton textile. Now, what we had seen in cotton textile, we had seen that cotton textile industry, the first cotton mill was established in Mumbai in 1854. The best part of the cotton textile industry is that we produce the best quality yarn in our country, And the major drawback is that our industries, our factories which are here, our cotton mills which are here, they are not able to use this best quality yarn and turn them into a good fabric. And that is why most of the yarn which is produced here is exported to other countries, whereas our cloth manufacturers, they have to buy or import fabric from other countries. That is the only drawback or the major drawback which the cotton textile industry is facing. Plus it has to face the competition from synthetic fiber industry and all that is there. Okay. After cotton textile industry, another important textile industry is the jute textile industry. So we will learn about the jute textile industry, and after that we will come to another agro-based industry which is the sugar industry. So we will try to complete both these topics today. So take out your books and be ready, and as I read the chapter, go through the chapter and then I will be explaining, and we will write the notes just after that. So we come to the jute textiles. India is the largest producer of raw jute and jute goods and stands at second place as an exporter after Bangladesh. Bangladesh is the largest exporter. We are at the second place as the exporter of jute goods. And raw jute, that is the raw material, jute, that is produced in the largest quantity in India. We are the largest producers. Most of the mills are located in West Bengal, mainly along the banks of the Hooghly River in a narrow belt. So most of the jute factories or jute mills are found near on the bank of the Hooghly River in West Bengal. Alright, water is very important part of this jute textile, and that is why the mills are located near the bank or on the bank of the Hooghly River in West Bengal. The first jute mill was set up near Kolkata in 1855 at Risra. This is the place where the first jute mill was set up. Now what happened? After partition in 1947, the jute mills remained in India, but 3/4 of the jute producing area went to Bangladesh, which was that time part of Pakistan. Later it became an independent separate country known as Bangladesh. So when partition took place in 1947, the jute producing areas of India went to Bangladesh. Factors responsible for their location in Hooghly Basin. We know that, or we had learned when we were starting this chapter, we had learned that industries are set up taking into consideration many factors. Now different industries require some different factors also, like cotton textile industry will require a factor where cotton, that is the raw material, should be available easily. The same way jute textile industry requires plenty of water. It requires raw material, availability of raw material. So according to that, let's see. Factors responsible for their location in the Hooghly Basin, that is the area which is watered by the Hooghly River. proximity of the jute producing areas. Proximity, nearness. It is near to the jute producing areas. Inexpensive water transport. Water transport is easily available, not very costly. Supported by a good network of roadways, railways and waterways. All these three types of transport are available there to facilitate the movement of the raw material to the mills. Abundant water which is required for the processing of the raw material. Plenty of water. That is why I told you jute mills are located near water bodies. So that is why it is located here on the bank of river Hooghly. Cheap labor. People to work in the factories at low cost. So you have cheap labor available there from West Bengal and the states of Bihar, Odisha and Uttar Pradesh. Kolkata as a large urban center provides banking, insurance and port facilities for export of the jute goods. As we were doing this chapter, we had seen that when industrialization takes place, automatically what happens? Urbanization takes place. And why cities are important? In order to provide some facilities to the industries like banking, insurance, transport, market, like that. So here also, near to the jute mills, near to the area which is famous for jute factories, jute mills, jute textile, you have Kolkata. And Kolkata is that city which is providing a support in terms of banking, insurance, transport and even port facilities, because most of the product is exported to other countries. So port facilities are also available here. Challenges faced by the industry include stiff competition in the international market from synthetic substitutes and from other competitors like Bangladesh, Brazil, Philippines, Egypt, Thailand. These are the other jute producing countries, and we have to face challenges or competition from these countries. Alright, plus synthetic fiber is always there, which is a big challenge to the textile industry. However, the internal demand has been on the increase due to the government policy of mandatory use of jute packaging. So, in order to boost up the jute industry, in order to increase the demand of the jute industry, the government has made it mandatory or compulsory that packaging should be done with jute material. That is why the demand has increased internally, that is in India. To stimulate demand, the products need to be diversified. But only using as a packaging material does not increase the demand. You have to diversify it. That is, produce variety of products from jute. When variety of products are there, people will get a choice, and that way demand will increase. So diversification is very important. The main markets for the Indian jute goods are USA, Canada, Ghana, Saudi Arabia, UK and Australia. The growing global concern for environment-friendly biodegradable materials has once again opened the opportunity for jute products. We know that. We want those type of materials to be used now which are environment friendly, which don't destroy or degrade our environment. So jute is a good thing for that. Other than that, it is biodegradable also. So we want such a type of material to be used, seeing the future of the world, because pollution and all type of degradation of the environment is causing a threat to our survival. So in order to survive, we require environment friendly material. So jute is an environment friendly material. As such, there is a great prospect for this industry. Only thing is that diversification, that is variety of products have to be produced. This was about the jute industry. Next we come to the sugar industry. India stands second as a world producer of sugar, but occupies the first place in the production of gur and khandsari. The raw material used in this industry is bulky, it takes up a lot of place, it is heavy, and in haulage its sucrose content reduces. As it is stored or transported and as time passes, what happens? The content of sucrose from which sugar is made, that becomes less and less. You know, sugarcane, as it is kept, the jute becomes less and less in that. When it is fresh, there is more juice. If it is kept for a month or more, then what happens? The content of juice inside that sugarcane becomes less. So that is a problem with this industry. The mills are located in Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Gujarat, Punjab, Haryana and Madhya Pradesh. So many states have the sugar industry, sugar mills located there. 60% mills are concentrated in Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. This industry is seasonal in nature, so it is ideally suited to the cooperative sector, where the people who are involved in the growing of sugarcane and all these people come together and they organize and run these sugar mills. So that is why it is important for the cooperative sector. In recent years, there is a tendency for the mills to shift and concentrate in the southern and western states, especially in Maharashtra. We had named a few states it was concentrated here but now the industry has moved to Maharashtra and some other western and southern states. The reason is there. This is because the cane produced here has a higher sucrose content. The sugar cane that is produced in this area has more juice, more sucrose. So more sugar can be produced. And that is why the industries or the sugar mills are now shifting to Maharashtra and some other states. The cooler climate also ensures a longer crushing season. This is another factor. The climate, if it is cooler, then what happens? The sugar cane, the sucrose content will not become less. But if it is hot, then the sucrose content becomes less. So the cooler climate of these areas also support the coming of the sugar mills to these areas. Moreover, the cooperatives are more successful in these states, and the people engaged in production and working in the farm and all, they are well organized in this sector. The cooperative sector is well organized, and because of that, sugar mills are now being established in these areas. Major challenges include the seasonal nature. In a particular season you get sugarcane, otherwise you don't have sugarcane. So that is one challenge, seasonal nature of the industry. Old and inefficient methods of production. Even today, the outdated machinery is being used. Upgradation is not done properly. That is one major challenge. Transport problem, transport delay. That is delay in taking sugarcane from the field to the mills. This causes loss of the sucrose content, and if the sucrose content is lost, then production of sugar will be less. Alright, so that is another problem, that is transport delay in reaching cane to factories and the need to maximize the use of baggage, the waste material that is left back, how to use it. Because plenty of waste material, and that waste material is also bulky and taking up a lot of place. So you have to find a method where you can maximize its use also. Then only the production of sugar becomes much beneficial. So this is about the sugar industry. So today we had seen about or learnt about the jute textile industry and the sugar industry. I hope you have understood till here. In case of any doubt classes are there. You are always welcome to come up with your doubts for the doubt class. Now take out your copies and pens and be ready as I give you the notes for these two topics. Put the heading of the topic, jute textiles. We had done about cotton textile, it was 1.1, now we have 1.2, jute textiles. Jute textiles. Write the first point in this. The first jute mill was set up at Risra, Risra, near Kolkata, in the year 1855. Second point. India is the largest producer of raw jute and jute goods. Raw jute and jute goods. Third point. India is second in the world. India is second in the world as exporter of jute. Put a full stop and write in front of it. Bangladesh is the largest exporter. Bangladesh is the largest exporter. Fourth point. In 2010-2011, there were 80 jute mills in India. There were 80 jute mills in India. In 2010-2011, there were 80 jute mills in India. Now put the next heading, location, where these industries are located. Jute industry, where is it located? Let's see. Location is the next heading. First point in this, most of the mills are located in West Bengal. Most of the mills are located in West Bengal, mainly along the banks of the Hooghly River. Mainly along the banks of the Hooghly River. Second point, after partition, 3/4 of the jute producing area went to Bangladesh. And that is why it is producing more and it has become the largest exporter in the world. Put the next heading, factors responsible for location. Factors responsible for location in the Hooghly Basin. Factors responsible for location in the Hooghly Basin. First point, proximity, 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 in bracket you can put nearness. Proximity of the jute producing areas. Jute producing areas are nearby. Second point, inexpensive water transport. Third point, movement of raw material raw material to mills, movement of raw material to mills facilitated by movement of raw materials to mills facilitated by good network of railways, roadways and waterways. All these type of transport systems are available there. Fourth point, water available in abundance, for processing raw jute. Water available in abundance for processing raw jute. Fifth point, cheap labor. Labor is available in plenty at a low cost. Cheap labor. Sixth point, banking and insurance services are available nearby. Banking and insurance services are available nearby. Seventh point, availability of port facilities for export of jute goods. Most of the jute goods are exported, so port is available. Kolkata is there. Challenges. What are the challenges faced by this industry? That is the jute industry, jute textile industry. The first point in this, stiff competition in the international markets. Stiff competition in the international markets from synthetic substitutes as well as competitors like Bangladesh, Brazil, etc. Second point, production cost is high. Production cost is high. Third point, outdated and worn out equipments. Put a slash and put machinery. That is equipments or machinery. Anything you can write. Outdated and worn out equipments / machinery. Put the next heading, government policies and their effect. Government policies and their effect. First point in it, the use of the use of jute packaging has been made mandatory, that is, it is compulsory. Packing material jute, the use of jute packaging has been made mandatory, full stop. This has increased the demand. This has increased the demand. This has increased the demand. Second point, national jute policy of 2005, national jute policy of 2005 was formulated to increase productivity, and improve quality, comma, ensuring good prices to farmers. So this policy that was made by the government, the National Jute Policy of 2005, its aim was that production improves, the quality of jute improves, and in this way what will happen? The demand will rise and then the farmers will be able to earn more. After this you leave one line and then you can write, the future is bright as demand is increasing due to global concern for environment friendly biodegradable materials. In order, put a full stop and then write, in order to capture more markets, the products need to be diversified. In order to capture more markets, the products need to be diversified. So with this we'll stop here, and in our next class we'll start with the nodes of sugar industry and then we'll do the mineral based industries. So we'll stop here for today. So be good and take care.